Oh shit!
And we're live.
There we go.
All right.
Okay, Michael. I have a question for you.
I have an answer.
Okay, very good. So, I is it just me, or is there an uncanny resemblance between the girl in My Spy and the little girl in the Game Plan with Dwayne Johnson? I know they're two different children, but they look a lot alike.
I never saw the Game Plan, so I don't know.
Oh, okay, well, I guess I'll have to ask someone else.
Sorry if I kind of ruined your bit there.
No, it's fine. It's fine.
I guess every big muscle star needs a pacifier at some point in their career.
Yeah, someone with wavy hair, preferably, I guess.
Or bald. You can get away with bald. Actually, come to think of it, Vin Diesel, Dwayne Johnson. Oh, hello.
Oh, that's my sister. I forgot to turn the sign on the door around. That was my bad.
You have a sign on your door?
Was it?
You have a sign on the door? There's a red
Yeah,
light?
my dad works in this room in the daytime, so envelopes. They're in the thing. Oh, okay. I'll get the door.
Cameo.
Sorry about that.
No worries. We're all making do with what we have right now. On that note, welcome back.
It's good to be back, Michael.
So yeah, we're here to talk about My Spy, which I guess if you take the Tooth Fairy, the pacifier in this movie, serves like as a weird, bald, tough man working with children trilogy.
Yeah. I mean, there was also the Spy Who Lived Next Door with Jackie Chan some odd years ago.
Yeah, but Jackie Chan always had hair. That doesn't count.
Also very true. Fair enough.
So this is one of those movies that was supposed to come out in theaters, but got relegated to Amazon Prime because they didn't really know what to do with it, and they decided it wasn't worth waiting until theaters opened up again and just be slaughtered by the competition. So
honestly, I don't see this movie making a lot of money in theaters or otherwise. So
no, it's not. Yeah. So what did you think? Did you like this movie?
Oh, I mean, like is a very broad term. To best describe it, no, this movie was fucking crap. But like a lot of it, like I was trying, like I figure the best way I can describe this movie is that it has a tone problem. It's trying to be a comedy, but it throws in a lot of really weird, deep shit. And the best way I can describe it is that the first scene is in Chernobyl. Your comedy movie,
I don't even remember.
Yeah, I remember. Like that was the first thing I noticed is that it's like scrolling on one of the abandoned sites at Chernobyl apparently, and I'm like, our comedy movie is starting at Chernobyl.
Well, after Die Hard 5, they waved all the radiation away using a magic wand, so...
I fucking guess so.
For me,
that's the other thing that...
Die Hard 5.
That's kind of the other thing that bothered me a lot about this movie is because there's a lot of that hand-waving going on. Like, no, the CIA doesn't drop test their guns. No, anybody can just walk up to a surveillance op. No. The CIA would be easily tricked by a pyrotechnic show and a back door. Just...
Oh, yeah, that did happen.
Yep.
Like, I watched this movie, 2 hours ago, and I've already forgotten so much about it.
Yeah, honestly, man, it's just...
Like, I feel like I spent most of the movie thinking, well, I like it better than Stuber.
I mean, we're both on the same count there, I guess.
Because, say what you will, this movie's not good by any stretch of the imagination. It's really not fucking good. But there was, a couple things I kind of begrudgingly liked about it. Like, hello again.
Hello again, Isabel.
I lost train of thought there. Oh yeah, I still love Dave Bautista. I think he has great comedic timing. I think he's a really funny actor. If you have got the time, look up Hotel Artemis. That movie's fucking great and doesn't get nearly enough credit.
Okay.
Was it you I saw? No, I saw that one with Howard.
Yeah, we saw that with Howard.
Yeah, but that was another case. The movie's like Dave Bautista's in it. He's like one of the fucking highlights. He's great. And he does have legitimately good chemistry with this little girl they have him paired up with, and the little girl is like a legitimately good actor for what she's giving.
I actually really liked, like, honestly, my actual favorite part of this movie was just like that scene where there's like that spy training montage where he's showing her a bunch of spy shit, and part of it was teaching her how to walk away from explosions, and they like had a bunch of firecrackers in the back. I was like, okay, that's actually kind of cute as fuck.
Yeah, so like stuff like that, I got a couple laughs out of or just enjoyed because they did have pretty good chemistry for what it's worth. The rest of it is very formulaic and contrived as fuck. By the way, for those who don't know about this movie, if you didn't see the trailers for what it is, it's basically Dave Bautista plays a CIA agent who's not very good at it, and he fucks up an op in Chernobyl, I guess. I don't really pay attention to the locale, honestly.
Insert warehouse location here, pretty much, yeah.
And it leads to one bad guy leaving off with like part of a nuclear core, and they need to keep track of his sister-in-law and her daughter, just in case he tries to come back. And Dave Bautista gets relegated to his position along with what's her name, Mabel,
Louise from Bob's Burgers, I think.
Or Louise from Bob's Burgers. I'm gonna stick with Mabel.
I recognized her voice, then you know.
Oh yeah, she's very, very talented actress, very, very talented voice actress in particular. But yeah, anyway, so and while they're on this op, the little girl who is the daughter finds out that she's being spied on, tracks it back up to them, and she blackmails Dave Bautista into basically being her bitch. Until he eventually
decides doesn't have any policies against people who blow your cover.
I mean, at least they had they kind of addressed that later on. Like, oh, you tapped our hard drives? Yes, of course we did. Of course we knew what you were doing.
Like, oh, so now you're competent. Okay.
And also, I was like, wait, if you record the whole thing, why did you need them there? But anyway, I guess you guys don't intervene if something goes at all. And yeah, the rest of the movie is them basically just doing like a weird buddy cop, but with a little kid theme that again just makes me think of the Pacifier.
Yeah, it's basically just Pacifier, pretty much, but
minus the weird. I'm gonna sing a little like a strangely specific bedtime song to get past some booby traps. I feel like I'm one of the 5 people that remembers the plot of Pacifier.
Even in Pacifier, though, that was a little clever. How the deceased dad, had all of the clues or whatever behind his thing be stuff he does with his kids. I thought that was kind of clever and even a little heartfelt in the movie. But, My Spy has nothing like that.
Not particularly. Again, the only thing it really has going for it is the chemistry between the two characters. But other than that, the daughter is kind of a fucking sociopath.
Oh yeah, I thought the same thing.
Dangerously.
I'm gonna close my window real quick because I don't know. Someone's either playing with fireworks or someone's getting shot many times. Hold on.
Yeah, sociopathic little girl. Yeah, because when she blackmails Dave Bautista into being her bitch, she also aggressively tries to get her to be with her mom.
No. It was kind of weird, too, because, there was, a scene where, the mom's asking him out, on her rare day off, and because they were, addressing this whole thing in the beginning, how the mom doesn't have enough time to spend with the little girl, because she's always working as an ER nurse. But, then the mom's all like, I have some time off. Do you want to grab dinner? If I was that little girl, I'd be like, oh, so you can't hang out with me, but you can hang out with tons of fun over there. Big muscle man Dave Bautista. But no, the girl's into it. She's all like, hell yeah, Dave. Now don't fuck this up.
Because I guess she was weighing pros and cons and long term, it's a little lost to my mom now, maybe some Dave Bautista brothers and sisters,
Oh god. Now that is fucking sociopath. Listen, Dave, I need siblings, and you're gonna give
shit a little too fast.
What was that?
I said, this girl's sociopathic. She's catching up to all this shit a little too fast. I have no doubt she's playing the long game. Because she does that. She's like, not only aggressively tries to push him with her mom, but also deliberately tries to ruin the chance with any other woman in the movie.
I know.
Because
rip that phone number up. It's just like,
their whole sequence where she drags him to school is like a show and tell kind of thing.
yeah.
And
honestly,
he gets,
like, has anyone ever had that day where it's like, yeah, I'm gonna bring my parents to, or what was it? They called it Special Friend Day.
special friend.
I was like, couldn't have thought of any other way to just say bring a grown up or something. Just special
There's no
friend.
good way to say it. There's really not.
I feel like there has to be some way to better phrase that than
I have
special
brought
friend.
my grown up. See, it doesn't sound much better.
I brought an adult to school.
Also does not sound better. Like I think of that Patton Oswalt thing where is it like it's like it looks like my daughter found my daughter found like a homeless man and brought her to school. Brought him to school. Like she says he does get free apple slices. That's what it sounds. So there's really no good way to phrase it. Except unless say like parent or guardian, and that makes sense. But any variation of adult or special friend, it's just not going to happen.
Why special friend?
But anywho, so
Yeah,
he's there and he starts to wow all the adults, and some of the teachers get all hot and bothered under the collar, and one of the teachers like tries to slip him her phone number. And the daughter is immediately like, rip up that phone number. And it was like, why? Conflict of interest. It was like, with who? Your mom? Like, I wanted to come out and say, like, I want you to fuck my mom. Rip up that phone number.
It's like, no, dating my teacher is a step too far, because you have to fuck my mom.
What the hell is wrong with you?
I don't know.
Do it. Like Darth Sidious. Do it. Like, motion to her mom, you want this, don't you? In any other movie, that same subplot on that kid would be deeply uncomfortable. Like, are you and my mom?
I know. It's just
again, this girl's playing the long game. I want a daddy bodyguard. I want to seal this in. We're gonna make him my bitch for life.
I mean, Jesus, when you talk about it more, it's like, thinking back to some of the other like things that are played off as gags in the movie, where it's like, what was it? The fucking the lie detector
without breaking a sweat. She is a sociopathic woman.
And like nearly murdering his fish.
She nearly murders the fish, talks her way into like 3 people's balconies.
Seriously.
In 10 minutes within 10 minutes, by the movie's own estimation.
Oh my god.
And then Dave Bautista is like, I'm impressed, little girl. I'm impressed. Not like she's gonna grow up to be the next Hannibal Lecter.
And like, what was it? There was like that one scene where she's trying to like get at his tragic backstory by just kind of guessing a bunch of spy movie or military movie tropes, and it's like,
right?
Yeah, I know. It's like it was played off as a joke, but then all of a sudden, like, his partner later is just like, I know about your platoon who got killed because you made a bad call, and I was like, wait, what the fuck? That's real? That's part of the movie now? And then they never addressed it again.
Like, I do want we get a sequel just so they can fast forward like 20 years later when Dave Bautista's like grizzled, has a heavy beard, is like stuck in the Greenland or somewhere remote, and he's telling me like, I'm gonna find you, you goddamn little bitch.
It's like,
and she's turning to watch the criminal empire. She's sitting there in this fancy kitchen, just cooking up some meat or something like that. You don't know what kind of meat, just some kind of meat.
My spy no more. It's like reverse Logan or like a modernized Dragonheart.
I'm thinking like the Hannibal TV show. Just gonna have Dave Bautista like in a cold sweat walking in through the door. Like girl's just gonna be like making some kind of dish. She's like, welcome. I've been expecting you. You know how I knew you'd be coming.
Because
I explained my overly gratuitous plan.
I brought you a date. It's my 4th grade teacher. You remember her? Some crazy wild shit like that.
It's like, you have the count of 5 to give me what I want, or I kill my mom. Your choice.
Oh my god! You know something else I just realized is that, like, in the end, when they like kill the bad guy when they drop him off that cliff, it's like
She watched the man die with
she
no
watched
reaction.
him die. I saw
Yeah.
that too, and it was like, what the fuck?
It's like,
Jesus.
this woman's gonna have bodies in her basement. That she's just ready for it.
The skeletons in her closet are going to be actual skeletons from people.
But as far as the movie itself goes, rather than just pitching like shitty, darker sequels.
I know. Like, I would watch each of these sequels.
I know, right? Like,
yeah.
Like what a turn that would be.
Seriously. I mean, that's what they get for trying to do a PG-13 family movie? Question mark.
I mean, like, again, movies like this I've seen recently. This is probably in the lower tier, but I don't think it's like the worst.
Yeah, it's bad, but it's not
like,
it at least held my attention the whole time. I didn't just tune out of it like some other stuff, but like, yeah.
Like, at least it wasn't insulting like Stuber was, because I feel like trying to be deeper than it actually was. At least this movie knows how to stay in its lane.
Yep.
That it's not as, although I will say, like, I liked Lovebirds better. If I had to, like, frame it in those two comparisons.
I enjoyed Lovebirds a lot.
I actually did too. Like, I didn't hate that movie. I was expecting to hate it, but I actually was like, you know what, that was cute.
Yeah, it was cool.
But oddly enough, like, the third of these kind of movies that have come out in a relatively short span of time. Actually, I take that back. When was the last one before Lovebirds? I feel like there's one more that I'm forgetting. Scoob, I guess?
I don't know.
Scoob would probably be the closest.
It might have been Scoob.
If I had to pick one, I'd say this is probably the worst of the three.
Yeah. Yep, that's fair. That is fair.
Did you ever see Scoob?
Not yet, but I've been mulling it over.
Its parts are good.
Okay. I will accept good parts.
The Dick Dastardly parts are fun.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I saw him in the trailer. I was like, okay, so they were just weaseling in all the Hanna-Barbera.
As many as they could squeeze in. Yeah, pretty much.
Oh, damn.
Dynamite's also in it.
Yeah. Gesundheit.
Thank you. Sorry. But beyond that, I can't think of a whole lot else to talk about with this movie. It's not very good. It's not the worst thing I've seen, but it's just painfully mediocre.
All the stuff I have to talk about are just really, like, nitpicky shit. Like, of course the CIA would hide a camera in a squeaky toy in a house with a dog.
Yeah,
what
that seemed like
could possibly go wrong from that? And really, like, the biggest thing that I flipped out over was, like, after the whole, hey, we think the bad guy's dead, so there's no need for you guys to surveil anymore. Also, you're fired. Like, after that, Dave Bautista's all like, well, I guess I have to confess to the girl's mom that I was in the CIA. And I'm just like, why? Like, his cover was that he was unemployed. He became unemployed. What reason does he have to confess?
Oh, can you hold on for 1 second? I'm going to pause this recording for a little bit. I got to head off. Okay, I'll be right back.
Okay.
Commercial break, guys.
Okay.
There we go. All right.
Oh.
Now, you were saying about CIA, revealing that he was in the CIA.
Right. Why did he reveal he was in the CIA? It drives me nuts.
I mean, I kind of get it. Like, that was actually the parts I was kind of okay with, oddly enough, because I was like, all right, at least he was honest about it, you know?
I mean, yeah, I get that, it's like, the whole thing is like him, it's like him being, like, honest and coming forward about, like, his actual intentions. But here's the thing, is that, he never had intentions to start with. He was being blackmailed by the sociopathic 9-year-old.
Yeah, but he was honest about that part.
It's like, if his mission went according to plan, they would have never known he was around at all.
But the mission has changed. Now he must go deep cover.
He's just a crappy spy.
to marry her mom to keep close eye on this future sociopath.
I mean, it's like they never really address his cover getting blown until he gets fired. Like, I mean, the assistant brings it up a couple times, but there's never really any sort of actual consequence, and it's never like seen as part of his initiative. It's always the girl bringing him into stuff.
Not necessarily for that part. At least I didn't feel that way. Then again, by then I was kind of checked out, so it's entirely possible I just missed something. But like, no, that part I kind of got, because like, okay, at that point he was actually kind of starting to feel something for her, at this point. It's like, okay, I want to admit like what I am and why I'm here, kind of thing. Let you deal with that however you want. I kind of get that part. I don't get admitting you're part of CIA to a fucking classroom full of children.
I don't. I got nothing, man. I just.
And they were so proud of their goddamn bad dance sequences too.
Oh god,
They went back to that joke like twice.
I know.
Like,
also,
so proud of it.
Also, I want to say Dave Bautista. I love Dave Bautista, but his character is insecure as fuck.
Yeah, this is like this says like as thin skin as like Marty McFly.
I know. Like literally Marty McFly, because people are like, and he's just like, okay, motherfucker.
Like, all right, fine, you've damaged my fragile masculinity. Now I must.
Nobody calls me chicken.
God. I love Back to the Future too, but that part is really dumb.
I know.
I'm gonna get in trouble for saying that. Someone's gonna say, "How dare you!" It's a perfect movie. It
was a national treasure,
and it is. But
yeah, it is.
It's perfect.
Oh yeah. Like, I'll never get over the part where he's like, okay, we'll just kill the little girl. It'll be fine. And I'm just like, you better say you're joking, motherfucker.
That was probably the most honest part of the movie.
I know. Like, honestly, we were all kind of thinking a little bit, but like, we didn't want to say it out loud. But then he did, and we're just like, oh shit.
Like a government agency that oversteps its bound in a covert manner where we're never supposed to know what happens, that would never happen in the U.S. government.
Oh, yeah, of course not. Yeah. Our law enforcement agencies are so trustworthy and reliable that we would know if they were doing anything scrupulous.
The FBI's got scopes. I gotta be careful.
Okay. Yep. Nothing could possibly go.
It's like making fun of Oprah. You gotta watch your shit.
Yeah, you gotta watch out for all the guys with those blowguns. Just get a guard.
I just kind of check down, make sure it's not one of those little red dots that are just slowly working.
Yep. Keep out for those. All right, I'm good.
Oh god, but yeah, like the more I think of this movie, the more I think it was kind of the wrong movie.
Yeah.
But that being said, like, it's harmless for what it is. Like, of these kind of dumb, like, little girl with big guy. That sounds terrible when I say it like that. Not at all what I meant. Someone's gonna use that to put me on a registry one day. Anyway, like, you know what I'm talking about, though. Like, anytime they get like a wrestler with a little kid in a movie, it's like that's where those movies go. This one's pretty bad, but I've seen worse.
Yeah, that's fair.
You got anything else?
I liked the part where the partner was rightfully angry about him training the little girl instead of her, but I was annoyed when she just kind of got over it.
See, oddly enough, that was the part I was more annoyed with. Well, because, like, he made it perfectly clear he had no interest in, like, working with her or training her in any capacity.
I mean, it's kind of shitty, though, when you make such a big deal about not wanting to train someone, and then you just kind of train someone else.
Also no means no.
Someone.
You're not entitled to be trained.
I mean, I feel like she should have had training because she's in the CIA, for God's sake.
Yeah, right. She probably should have had to begin with, but
no. This is like the most incompetent CIA ever in movies. It drives me nuts.
I doubt that. That would require further research.
Oh God.
I don't want to think about it too much right now.
Fair enough. Fair enough.
Yeah, actually, that was like the one part that did bug me for the reason I was like what? Like, you have no relationship. You've made it very clear you two have no relationship up to this point. Are you playing Where is Waldo with your pencil there? What's going on?
I mean, sorry, my beard has actually gotten long enough that it can I can literally put stuff in it. So
Mine's grown long enough that I have one now. It's amazing.
yeah, I know. Seriously, I was noticing that you kind of you got a little bit of scrub coming off the chin, you got that, yeah.
It was a lot worse a week ago. Now I've kind of trimmed it up to here, so I got more of the Abe Lincoln thing going on.
Yeah, a little bit, nice.
Yeah. Beards aside, I can't quite get pencils lost in mine, but yeah. Anywho, because for me, it's like at least like the little girl and him had some kind of relationship, and more importantly, she had something on him. So,
yep, I was gonna say I don't know about relationship, but it seemed pretty well rounded around blackmail.
Is either way enough that I'm willing to believe that he'd try bullshit her on some technique crap. But like no, like what does the analyst have? Nothing. She just sits there and kind of just bitching the whole movie. So I that didn't really bother me personally, although I can see where you're coming from. Again, by this point I checked out pretty hard, so I could very well have just missed parts that like amplified it more or made it more realistic. But I also kind of doubt that.
Yeah.
Anything else?
I think I'm good. I think I've gotten all of it out.
Cool. All right. I'm trying to think of what else comes out or is coming out in the near future.
Is this what we're doing instead of trailers?
At this point, yeah, because not like we see a lot of trailers these days.
Yeah, fair enough.
Whatever the hell comes out in the next week or so, we'll find something to watch. Either that or maybe I'll pick a random movie to watch and talk about that, which has been the go-to strategy for it's a slow week.
Slow week where we just pick a movie and just talk about it. It's like book club.
Kinda, yeah. Me Muhad did Mandy the other week.
Oh, was it?
I think me Muhad did Mandy the other week.
Oh, I actually don't know that one. No, I actually have no idea what it is.
It's like Nicolas Cage meets a death metal album cover.
Oh my god, that sounds amazing.
It kind of was.
Oh wow.
Like full LSD experience. Nicolas Cage forges a Mortal Kombat axe at one point. It's great.
Badass.
Yeah.
Shit.
Anywho, so that was my spy. We'll figure something out to do next week. I do have the next editorial coming out, hopefully over the weekend or early next week. So look out for that. Beyond that, yeah, we'll see you guys later.
Toodles.